What's poppin' and welcome back to a brand new video. My app was just rejected from the Apple App Store. I just got a notification just now. So I thought, why not make like a little bit of a walkthrough video where we just walk through all the stuff, make the changes, resubmit the app, etc. This is not really strange. I thought I did a really good job this time in order to show them all the stuff that I know was needed based on my previous apps that I released. Last time I had to upload the app 12 times before it was actually approved, so it was not really that strange. I kind of expect to, do this a couple of times at least. So let's get to it. If we then head over to App Store Connect, here we can see my latest app submission, which was on the 18th of February. It's now the 20th. They're quite quick really in approving this and resolving these kinds of things, so shout outs to Apple for that. So your app was rejected and no other items can be submitted or approved, blah, 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 blah. Here we have the different things. So first of all, business payment solution. This is what's missing. A functional link to the terms of use, EULA. So to resolve this issue, please add this missing information. If the above information is present, please reply to this message. Okay, so I guess what we've done mistake here is that we've called it something else. For example, here, I think if we go to about this app and we press more about this app, it says terms and conditions. I guess it should say terms of use. So let's change that. We'll do that in the code. And I believe that is in the about this app page. There we go. And then we'll search for terms and conditions and we'll just change that to terms of use. And then this is why Flutter is so amazing. We just press that button, we close this, we open it again, and it will say terms of use. Perfect. And then just to make it even more clear, we'll just put EULA, which is End User License Agreement. Whoops. I'll put that there too. Close. Perfect. Now that's super clear. I also think we need to add this again in the App Store. So if we then go to App Information, it should say somewhere here End User License Agreement. Maybe that's in the just this general section. Copyright. It should somewhere here say that there's a end user license agreement somewhere. Maybe it's in the app information. This is what I find a little bit about. Yeah, here we're using a custom one, but it needs to be Apple's one. Perfect. Okay, then we're gonna go to arbster.io. We're gonna go to EULA and we're gonna edit this. We're gonna copy all of it. Like so, and then we're just gonna paste that here. Like that. Select all regions, done. Save. Okay, so we've dealt with the first part, which was the EULA. That was quite a quick thing. And the next one is your all renewable subscriptions display the monthly calculated pricing for your subscription more clearly and conspicuously than the billed amount. Okay, so I guess the issue here is that when you go to subscription, so let's head over here, we press subscription, we get $22 per month. And I guess, for example, that's applicable if it's the monthly price, but if we're looking at the quarterly price, we should look at the total quarterly amount. So I guess we will need to change that a little bit. So I believe we have that in the services pages. So services, payments, and then I believe we have that in the revenue cat. And then here we're gonna go to where it says fetch price strings. Instead of dividing it by 12, we're not gonna divide it. We're just gonna change those like that. So if we refresh now, and then we need to change it doesn't say month, it should say per year or whatever. So I believe if we can search for where we have that string. Where do we have that? I guess that's on the payment page. So that should be in the lib, in the pages. Subscription page, there we go. And then we're gonna find that one. And I guess here it shouldn't say, it should say rate. And I guess that would be quite clear. Let's see what this looks like. 54, 168. Yeah, and it also shouldn't say per month. Months at. Get 3 months at that rate, get. Or I guess we'll do this. So /3 month let's see what this looks like, slash 12 month slash 1 month. So now it should show this is the price if we do. I guess that's a little bit unclear. Maybe it's just better to just have the total price. I guess that will be quite clear still. Yeah, I guess this is quite clear. Get 3 months at 54 USD, get 12 months at 168. Yeah, I guess this is pretty clear. I think we can work with that. So let's see what the wrapper is like here. Yeah, I think this is quite clear. Also then when you press subscribe here, obviously now I'm not signed into iCloud so it won't work. When you press subscribe it will pop up and will show you quite clearly and this is what you actually get. So I think we've solved that one, all good. Now we're moving on to the next issue, which is your app does not clearly describe what the user will receive for the price. And I think we can handle this in the subscriptions part here, because here for Arbster Premium I guess we need to add a little bit of a different description for what the user actually gets for this. Let's see where this is. Here, description. Let's see if we can edit this. Access to all premium features. Creating. Let's change this to access to creating jobs. Risk. Here. Why is it so short? Creating jobs, risk assessments and gear. We can fit an edit etc in there, we'll do that. So access to creating jobs, risk assessments, etc. We will change that. Also, maybe we should add a little section here that says what will it include. So let's see if we can add one of those. We'll just copy the same format. We'll add that. What does premium include? Maybe we can change the design of this a little bit later too, like we can have this as a pop-up or something like that, so that you don't really have to scroll this whole thing. Or maybe when you press information you're taken to a little pop-up with this kind of stuff. We will see if we do that in the future. Shouldn't be a difficult change. But okay, then we'll just say this. Arbster Premium includes all premium features. Premium include create new jobs, because you still want to be able to view all jobs, so I guess that's why it's only new ones. So create new jobs, new and new gear. It also grants access to future for the premium offering. Just to we kind of show that, yeah, we will be developing this app and adding more stuff. So what does Arbster Premium include? Perfect. I guess, yeah, it's becoming kind of ugly when this is such a long text. So maybe we'll just put in an information kind of thing here in the future. So it just says I, you click the I and you get a little pop-up with the information. But I guess that's pretty good to go now. You're only going to be viewing the subscription page once when you subscribe, so shouldn't be spending too much time on it. But then, yeah, we've solved that one. Next one is design. The Apple sign with Apple says or sign in with Apple, but it's used as standard text for this button, sign in with Apple. Okay, so I guess they're very picky. We put the logo on the wrong side. I'll show you what I mean here. So if we log out and we press log in, it says or sign in with Apple. It needs to say Apple sign in with Apple, I guess, right? That was the format which they put. Yeah, sign in with Apple. So we'll just change that. We'll go to the sign in page and we'll search for or sign in, and then we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna switch the position of these two in the row like that. And I guess we'll copy this so that we can reuse it on the sign up page. like so. We'll press that. And then we need to say it with Apple. With Apple. Like that. Maybe we can also make this a little bit smaller. 0.02. I guess it's quite large now. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll also just add a little sized box here. Like 2 pixels maybe, just to separate those a little bit. Yeah, it looks great. Then we'll just copy those, and we will do the same in the sign up page. Like so. And then just for continuity, we're gonna do the same thing with Google. So let's change that too quickly. So we're gonna switch those two. We're gonna Command X that, we're gonna paste that above, like so. And then we're also gonna make that slightly smaller. And also we're gonna add a sized box between them, just to make a little bit of space between the logo and the text. We're just gonna make it 2 pixels wide, and I guess that's gonna work on all screens. We don't even need to check that. I just happen to know that that's gonna work, you know. What a experienced lad. Then we're gonna paste that in the sign up page too, like that. Boom, perfect, fixed. Then it says we're signed up with, then we need to add Google, of course. Sign up with, sign in with Google, like so. Perfect. And then in the sign up page we need to also say sign up with Google, and then down here where it says sign up with Apple. Perfect. If we then refresh this, it says you can either then sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, or if we go back we can also sign up with Google or sign up with Apple. Perfect. So that piece of feedback has been fixed, their standard design. And then we're down to the last piece of, or the last issue here. And then they've also attached screenshots. Let's see what they display. Oh, they're testing it on an iPad, interesting. And what's this? Yeah, this was that we're showing the price incorrectly. And here it says, apps cannot require user registration prior to allowing access to app content and features that are not associated specifically to the user. User registration requires the sharing of personal information must be optional or tied to account-specific functionality. But I guess this is a little bit strange because all of the stuff inside of the app, like all of the features, are account-specific. Like if you sign into the app and you want to create something, like create a job or a piece of gear, for example, that's gonna be account-specific. Everything you do in the app is gonna be account-specific. Nothing in the app is really general. So I think maybe this is an error, maybe this is something we can dispute, I guess, because I think that's incorrect. So yeah, we're actually gonna skip this last one and see if they approve it anyway. And after that, and please note, although it's not appropriate to force the user registration to meet this requirement. Okay, this is weird. I think for now we're gonna leave this. I think in my last app I had this exact same kind of thing where you had to register in order to be able to access the app. So I think we're gonna be skipping that, or we're gonna be skipping that one for now. Maybe if they come back with something we can dispute it or whatever, but now we're just gonna ignore it, pretend like it wasn't there. Maybe they'll approve it again. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to back to the app and we're gonna say git add. So we're gonna add all of these and we're gonna push it as well. Or we're gonna commit first. So we commit all the changes to GitHub and we're gonna say app store review fixes. And I spelled it wrong, but I don't care. And then we're gonna go git push, just so we have all of those changes in GitHub, which is quite neat. And then we're gonna head over to Xcode. So we're gonna open the iOS folder, open in Xcode, we're gonna press, and then it's gonna be quite simple because what we're gonna do now is just we're gonna build the app and upload it again, which is very simple with Xcode. And the reason why I'm submitting the Apple app first, which is actually a specific reasoning for it, is because Apple is so much more strict than Google. Like on Google Android Play Store, you can pretty much upload anything, no one's gonna care. Whereas for iOS, they're so strict. Like you saw, they care about where you place the Apple logo, which I guess speaks to the quality of of it, but which is quite interesting. So what we do here is go to product, and we open the runner target, which is essentially the iOS package of this Flutter app. We press product, and then we're gonna archive it. And when you archive it, it just takes all of the lines of code, builds an app essentially. And when you pick this ARM64, that's when you build an app to work for any platform. So then it will work on iPad, it will work on Mac for this like iOS simulators, which they have now. It will work on iPhone, etc. And then it will also specify if you have any errors. For example, we don't really have any errors, but we have some just recommendations. These are not really critical in any way. It's just that they show you that, for example, using class keyword to define a class constructor is deprecated. So it's an old way of using it, but it will still work. A lot of packages have this, and they deprecate features all the time. So there's not really too much. There's not really a need to fix this now. We'll probably fix it in the future, but for now we're just gonna leave that as is. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna resubmit the app to Apple. So what happens now is that it archives the app and then uploads it to App Store. But what we're gonna do is that we're gonna write a little text for this. So we're gonna go back to the App Store Connect, and then we're gonna say app information, and then there's this space here which is a app review information. And then we're just gonna say same EULA is also linked on App Store Connect. Perfect. And then we're also gonna say restore purchases can be found at the bottom of the subscription page. And then we're gonna go through the specific errors and just say that we've resolve them. Yeah, that one's fixed. And then we're gonna say change pricing displayed as total build amount, so that's clearer. And then also we had another one which was the clearly describe what the price includes. So we're gonna say added clearer of what the subscription entails, both on the subscriptions and the App Store Connect, localization, description, as well as in the app on the subscription page, which was the text we added at the bottom there. Perfect. After that we had another issue, right, which was we fixed the sign of sign in with Apple, like so. And then we also had this part. Yeah, this was the user registration part, which we're gonna leave out for now. Yeah, perfect. Then we're gonna save those things over there, like so. Save, and we're gonna see how the archive is going. We're almost done. I'll show you quickly what that entails afterwards. Yeah, this is quite the interesting thing. And then for app review, we're just gonna have to submit a new one because we did make code changes. If you're just disputing something or making an argument or showing them where something is, then you don't really need to resubmit it. You can just press resolve, and then you can say this is where I fixed those issues. However, we do need to submit a new build. So I think if we go here, yeah, exactly, we'll have to add a whole new build for review. But that is no issue. Let's see how this went. Archive succeeded. Perfect. That's where we now have this, which shows all of the past archives. Then we can press distribute the app, and we can go App Store Connect, and we can upload the app to App Store Connect. This is then gonna do all the signing, so verify that it's my company or whatever that's uploading this, because my Xcode is connected to my iCloud account, which is then connected to App Store Connect. So quite a neat feature. And this is then gonna upload this using automatic signing, and then it's gonna upload it to App Store Connect so that we can access it from the App Store Connect. But this usually takes a little bit. It takes like 5 minutes to upload, and then it takes 15 or so minutes for it to process once it's up before you can actually submit it. So we're gonna pause this here, and I'll catch you back when the app has processed on the App Store. Okay, so it's about 25 minutes later, and as you can see now, this build 8, which is the one that we just submitted, has been shown up here on the App Store Connect. So we're gonna press manage. This is just you need to show the algorithms, so we're not really using any of these special proprietary algorithms, so we don't really need to worry about that. And then it says this, ready to submit. So what we can do then is go to App Store, and then we can go down here to this one, and then we can say press resolve. Here we can then take this build that we submitted, we can remove this particular build. Remove last item with issues form submission. No, we're gonna press edit, we're gonna add a new build. So we're gonna remove this build 7, we're gonna add build 8, like so. We're gonna press save, and then after that we're gonna do add for review, like that. Add it for review. Perfect. And then we have this new build 8, and we're gonna press resubmit to app review. So that's all it is really. We're just taking this new build, we're resubmitting it, and then we're gonna see how they respond. A little bit nervous, obviously these things always happen. I've kind of responded to all of their messages here, so should be able to solve it. We're gonna see. I have a feeling they're gonna come back with this last part, which is the privacy data collection and storage, which at that point we're just gonna have to argue against it, because I need people's login information too for like a lot of the functionality of the app. Like when you're logging in, for example, it greets you with your profile picture, it greets you with your name, also all this stuff like the safety module. You need to be logged in for that, for example. So I think maybe they've just made a mistake there, and maybe they can reconsider that, or maybe they just choose to skip it and realize they made a mistake. That happened with a couple of things the last time I submitted an app. But yeah, that was that process. I guess quite a lengthy video, like a walkthrough of the whole thing, unedited raw, if you will. So yeah, that was episode 69, I believe. If you wanna see how this turns out and you wanna watch the summary video that's coming for episode 70, hopefully if we get this approved and submitted, then feel free to subscribe down below. It's completely free of charge. I know, wild, right? What a bargain. If you like this video, leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.